Good evening. Africa unites again.
I tried to change it, but it's stubborn, this thing. I don't know what's happening.
Excellent. Okay, I see people are still coming in, so let's give it a couple more minutes, like 5 more minutes, and then we'll definitely start. Keep on writing where you're from in the chat. And yeah, welcome everybody. Really appreciate it. So while we wait, I'm going to start the video, and then when we pass the videos, then we'll start the main presentation. See, our CEO is also not here yet.
AUREUS Alliance, own your legacy. Have you ever dreamt of being part of something truly powerful, of owning more than just a share, but a stake in a company built on purpose, profit and legacy? With AUREUS Alliance Holdings, that dream is now within reach. This isn't just one venture. It's an exclusive opportunity to become a shareholder in a legitimate South African company that's scaling across industries, starting with sustainable gold mining. The near future company growth plan includes, but not limited to, property development, technology and sustainable high growth ventures. For just $5 internationally or 100 Rand in South Africa, you can secure your first share in the historic launch phase. Every share matters. Every shareholder grows with us. As AUREUS grows, so does your dividends. We're not here for reckless mining. We're here for innovation, using eco-friendly wash plant technology that protects the land while producing real results. It's wealth creation with impact, generational, transparent, trustworthy, and you'll never be left behind. Weekly Zoom updates keep every shareholder informed on process, performance, and dividends. This is your chance, your stake, your legacy. AUREUS Alliance Holdings, true wealth, real impact. Your realization and journey finally has the opportunity to start here and now.
Not to brag, but I own tons of this.
How much?
I own the mines.
You own the mines?
I'm a capitalist. I bought the biggest gold mine in America last July. It's in Utah.
So you're literally mining your own gold?
Amen.
Right. Okay. So thank you everybody for joining tonight's Zoom presentation for AUREUS Alliance Holdings. Before we start, I just want to give a quick announcement. I got some sad news today, this afternoon. A couple of weeks ago, we had a very bright, strong gentleman, friend of mine, very close friend of mine. His name is Vikas, that came on the Zoom meeting, and he was speaking about me and how he knows me and what he thinks about AUREUS. And then all of a sudden he disappeared, and none of us knew what was going on. I couldn't get hold of him, so we were very stressed about it, and basically waited. And unfortunately, I did get a message today. He's been in a motorbike accident. He's okay. He's got some broken bones and so forth. But he says everybody must be strong and please pray for him for speedy healing so that he can get back to work and come forth. He has created a lot of the videos for Aureus in the beginning. And like I said, then he, when he was just starting, he basically disappeared, and that's when he had the accident. So he was in hospital for 6 days. So just everybody, please put a prayer out to Vikas for speedy healing. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining. This is the presentation for Aureus Alliance Holdings, where we building gold-backed impact ventures to give back to the community. And how we're doing this is by mining real gold. Right, so this is no digital gold, this is real gold, real minerals, because real gold gives real profits. So firstly, you are not investing in any gold mine, platinum mine, diamond mine, cobalt mine, iron mine, you name it, okay? You are investing in the holdings company, and that's amazing because as the company is acquiring different mine sites, acquiring different properties, because we're going to go into property development as well, as Sun is growing my company, which is also connected into Aureus and ICT, it's going to provide profits for Aureus, and those profits is then divided between the shareholders of Aureus, which is every single person that has invested so far and bought shares, that is here tonight, and also on all the groups. So for those that are watching this that have not joined tonight, welcome as well. And we believe that there's exciting things coming in the next 48 hours. Okay, so you are receiving a legal document, which is a CIPC certificate that's here in South Africa, registered. And then once the shares are sold out, we're going to go over to our NFT, right? But what makes us different is the fact that we are doing sustainable mining. Okay, what that means is we are using wash plant technology, which is affordable, it's easy transportable, and we're actually going to be returning the land into a natural viable state after we have mined out our alluvial layers, which can be up to 40 meters deep. Okay, so we are not doing any destructive mining. And that makes us different, you know, especially in Zimbabwe, where most strip mines and the people that are mining there, they're really destroying the environment. And even the people, they don't care. So they create basic CSR. We are going way beyond it. We are going to be creating sustainable villages, the eco world. And these villages will have running water, electricity, food. We're going to be putting schools there, and as well clinics on each of these villages. And that's going to be developed by Sun. Right, so like I said, once the 1.4 million shares is sold in total, then we will go over to the NFT marketplace, all right, where each share will be sold for a minimum value of $1,000. So even once the shares are sold, it doesn't end there. Then every single shareholder can go and sell their shares. And if you don't understand what NFTs are, they are non-fungible tokens, which means they are cryptocurrency. But even if you are not going to be involved in that, you will be able to sell your shares, and automatically the transfer will happen on your wallet. You will be getting the cryptocurrency, and then you'll be able to use the crypto, which is either going to be your dividends, your commissions, or your profits on the shares that you're selling. You'll be able to use it in a crypto card that we are going to be presenting very, very soon. We are in the final stages. As a company, we have to go through a bit of a process as well, because we're going to be presenting this card as a way how you can spend your crypto. This is a no KYC card. It is loaded on your mobile device, and you can basically spend anything from $1 up until $60,000 on a transaction, and even more. And like I said, it's no KYC. So, which means that when you are paying with this card, you are not paying. the company that is where the card is from, they are paying for the transaction and they are taking your cryptocurrency in exchange for that. And this will be physical cards and also digital cards, like I said. Okay, now I said $1,000, but are you buying these shares at $1,000? No, that's what they're worth by CIPC, and they will have collateral value in the future once our mines are set up and everything is running smoothly. Okay, but in the meantime, we are selling them at between $5 in our pre-sale up to $1,000 by the end of our 19th main sale. The 200,000 shares that we have in pre-sale is ending in 2 days. 48 hours, it will be done. Not gone, but done. So let's say, for argument's sake, we sell 150,000 shares in total in our pre-sale, then 50,000 shares will move over to the main sale to the $10. The main sale will run up until the 6th of December, and then it will become once again $15, right? And then the same thing will happen on the 6th of January, sorry, and then the value will be $20, and it will keep on increasing like this up until our 19th phase, where it is at $1,000. Okay, so we're not jumping by $5 in each. By phase 9, we'll be sitting at $50 for a share, and then we got a $50 jump to phase 10, and then from phase 10, phase 19, it's $1,000 per phase increase. We want to have our first plants up and running by January. Okay, so January we'll have 2 plants up and running. This will be generating dividends of between $10 and $40. The reason why we say 10 to 40 is 10 is our minimum. 40 is basically our maximum for a quarter in 2026. And also, this is based on actual gold that is mined. Okay. And we're not just going to get gold, we'll get copper, we'll get platinum, there'll be iron, whatever else there's going to be in the alluvial layers that will be sold for profits, and it will be divided between the shareholders. Okay, by June, we want to reach our yearly mark, which is 3.5 tons. To do this, we need to set up between 10 and 30 wash plants. The reason why, once again, 10 to 30, it depends on the land size, the availability, what we can do, and so forth. Okay, now sorry, the gold per kilogram rates. Everybody can see my screen, right? Okay. All right, so the gold per kilogram rate is, drum roll, $128,000. Okay, so $128,000 is the current rate for gold. We don't know what it's going to be in the future, but based on the trajectory since 2016, when Donovan James started, the owner and CEO of AUREUS Alliance Holdings, when he started actually doing the prospecting and everything, gold's value was sitting at $42,000 per kilogram. So, you know, where we're sitting at $128,000 per kilogram, that's quite a big jump. Okay, so 100 kilograms per month, all right, for the first month, for the first 3 months. In April is the first dividend payout, so that's 300 kilograms times $128,000 minus 45%. This is for taxes, expenses of running the mining operations. Leaves $21 million divided by the 1.4 million shares in total, and that gives a dividend of $15. All right, so if we mine out 100 kilograms of gold every single month for January, February, and March, and the gold's value is 128,000 and more, we're looking at a dividend of $15 for every single share. Okay, like I said, this goes into a smart contract and is distributed automatically to every single share. So the NFTs that you're going to be holding, the dividend will automatically go to it. and you'll be able to transfer it onto the card, or your own way, how you want to sell it. Okay. If you transfer the NFT to any loved ones, or if the worst happen and you do pass on and you do pass it on to anybody, then they will just get it automatically, right? They will get the dividends. Wherever this NFT will go, that's where the dividend will go, right? So it doesn't matter if you're in South Africa or you're in Japan for 1 week and then you go to Singapore, you're in you come back to South Africa, wherever you are, you're going to have access to your wallet and your dividend will be paid to the wallet address. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It's not connected to the bank accounts. Now, by June, like I said, we want to reach 3.5 tons. That's 3,500 kilograms times $128,000 minus 45%. And that's divided by 1.4 million. Okay. The reason why I'm doing this calculation, I'm going to show you the difference between the two, because here it's stipulating $145 per share, and here we're looking at 176. But this is based on $107,000 per kilogram, the 145. And that is what, when we started our pre-sale, which was 3 months ago, that's the value of what the share, what the kilograms per for the gold was. Where it's sitting now at 128,000, you're looking at a $31 increase on the dividend. All right, per share. We're not stopping with this piece of land. So this land, by the way, is 250 hectares, the one that's already in partnership with AUREUS and the company is called Viaduct. We are not stopping with that piece of land. We are expanding beyond it to 5,000, even 6,000 hectares, because we have a target of 80 to 100 tons of gold. 80 to 100 tons of gold. And we want to reach this by 2030, by the latest 2035. Okay. So if we do, let's just one example, say 50 tons of gold. So that's 50 times 1,000. That's 50,000 kilograms times $128,000. That's $6.4 billion divided, minus 45%. I think I made a boo-boo now. Okay, let's see. And then divided by 1.4. No, I didn't. Okay. So that's $2,514 dividend. Okay. Now, what's the costs for you to do this? You buy your share, you hold on to your share. There is no cost to join AUREUS. All right. You buy your shares. There's no membership fees. There's no renewal fees. There's no transaction fees. There's only a conversion fee if you are in South Africa. Okay, so in South Africa, you can purchase in, South Africa, Namibia, and Eswatini. You can purchase in South African rands for the first 4 phases. And there is a transaction fee or conversion fee for that, because we have to convert whatever rands there is over to US dollars. All right, but you're looking at $2,500 if we are doing 50 tons of gold. All right, so naturally, if we are doing 100 tons, you're talking about $5,000. As long as you hold on to the share, you will be earning dividends. All right, every single year you're going to be earning dividends. When we're reaching roughly about 30 tons, then we'll go over to biannually. So we'll be doing quarterly, then we're going biannually, and then eventually we'll do annually. The reason being is, you can imagine, if we've got all of these mine plants up and running, that's a massive production. It's not one mine plant that we have to control. It's multiple mine plants that we have to control, multiple JV partnerships that we have to go into. So for our auditors to actually go and calculate every 3 months what the capital is, even with AI that we're going to be incorporating, that will basically do the daily calculations, it will still have to be verified. Okay, so there will be a stage where the dividends will become annually, right? We're not just about mining, we're also going to be providing, like I said, clean energy, clean water, schooling, food, job creation, and clinics, and even a hospital. In the Kadoma area throughout Africa, this eco worlds that we're going to be building is a completely self-sustainable system. It takes about 3 years to set it up. And then once the overburden happens, then that can either be used to start up other villages, or that can also be sold, right? Once again, you can imagine the produce that will come from that. It's completely organic, and that will be profits once again for the members in AUREUS, the shareholders. We're a proof of work company. What this means is that we've actually got multiple videos, photos. We've gone to the mine sites multiple times. Like I said, Donovan started prospecting in 2016 already. He started down in Mutare and he moved up to Zambia, came down back into Zimbabwe, and eventually he found this specific mine site where we are starting, which is in Kadoma. I personally visited the mine site itself. That's me over there. That's not me. It looks very similar, but it's not me. This man over here, he is our engineering partner in Zimbabwe. His company is called Yagden Engineering, and he's going to be building these wash plants for us. So that's throughout Africa. This gentleman here is extremely important. He is from the advisory team of the president of Zimbabwe. So yes, we even have the president's advisory team, or the government incorporated inside of AUREUS. Is very, very important to have that, so that everything is 100% on board, and that our assets are 100% safe and secure. Because that's one of the biggest questions we have. What if the government does this? What if the government does that? The government is 100% behind AUREUS, because we are looking after the land. We are not destroying the land, and they need the gold. Okay, so we have got an offtake agreement with the government where they will be buying the gold from us, and they're buying it at a reduced rate, and they can go sell it for profit. Okay, so they're buying at a reduced rate. They getting we get the balance, and we can divide that profits between the shareholders. These two gentlemen, they're also extremely important. They are the gold experts, close friends of Donovan James. I know them personally as well. And they very, very tech orientated people. They actually from India originally, and they immigrated to South Africa. They were living in South Africa for about 10 years now, but they've got 5 gold mines in Zambia, and they came through as a request to Donovan because of a picture that Donovan showed them. And this picture is of the grass. Now you can see in the back as well, the foliage is very green everywhere. But this specific area here, where we were, there is an immense amount of iron in the soil here. This is why the grass is so extremely bright green. And the more iron there is, the more gold is found under the soil. So they were very excited when they actually saw this. This is actually myself and him that did an interview. We will be releasing other videos and more pictures on the website in the future. And also, once we go over to Zim, we're setting up the mine plants, everything. We will be taking more photos and videos that will empower every single affiliate to be able to sell more shares. These two photos here, they are not from Kadoma, completely different area. We just added them to show you the difference. And also they are what they call artisanal miners. So they are working on another band's land where they're mining for them, and they're using basic tools to be able to do this. So it's quite a dangerous job. And then also they have to go and sell this gold, and it's not the easiest thing, because you need to have a license to be able to sell the gold. Okay, this piece of rock here, that's not gold, but inside of it, when it goes through the crusher machine, then there will be found traces of gold nuggets and also gold dust. In this two photos, This is just a close-up of that one, basically. Yeah, we found 4 pieces of gold. This was during a panning, and that was to basically test the grade of the sand. This was done by Yachten Engineering. We need a lot of water. You can see we got lots of topsoil water, and also and in the dry riverbank, we've got plenty of water as well. So we'll be creating a dam, and that will be transferring the water to the plants, and also we're going to be recycling the water. We traveled all over Zimbabwe, introducing the business model to universities, to colleges, and to general people in the communities, government bodies. We did massive events in Zimbabwe as well, so that we have got the approval of the people. So we're not foreigners coming into the land and destroying everything that they have. We're actually helping the community and helping the people there. So there's a total of 1.4 million shares. 200,000 is in pre-sale, ending on the 6th of November. So on the 5th of November, 12 o'clock in the night, when it hits 12:01, that is when it will automatically become $10 per share. Right, so we automatically go over to phase 1. Payments is accepted in USDT on the Polygon, Ethereum, Tron, and BNB network. And as I stipulated, for South Africans and Namibians and people in Eswatini, you can also pay in South African rands, right? With payments is made into our FNB business account. And that's for the first 4 phases. So that's the pre-sale, phase 1, 2, and 3. Right, so there's a total of 20 phases. That's going to be generating $291,800,000. This is not a multi-level structured. This is an affiliate structured system, which means that we're giving a direct sales commission of 15%, but we also set aside another 15%, which is for our Gold Diggers competition. So this is the top affiliates. They will be sharing the prize. Okay, so just to give an indication, if the shares is only X amount of sold, then that amount, the total that is divided by 15. So for an example, if there is a $500,000 dollars in capital, so which means 100,000 shares are sold, then it will be $75,000 that will be divided in the competition, not $150,000. Okay, but it is divided first prize, second prize, and third prize from biggest to largest, and then the 4th to 10, they are dividing. That's 7 people. They're dividing whatever the balance is. Right. In the pre-sale, very important, for the next 48 hours, you have opportunity to also get additional shares. So if you introduce anybody, they buy $1,000 worth of shares, you will get $150 in USDT commission. You are welcome to convert that over to shares as well at the $5 mark. And you'll also get 30 shares worth $150 additional. Okay. Once we go over to the main phase, it's only that 15% USDT commissions. All right. So the phases is going to increase in cost by $5 up until phase 9. And then it's got to jump to by $50 to phase 10. And then from phase 10, it increases by $100 till phase 19. Okay. The prize competition increases as well because of the amount that it's going to. So, for example, phase 10, you're looking at $300,000. First prize 11, phase 11 is $600,000. Phase 15 is $1.8 million. Phase 17 is $2.4 million, and phase 19 is $3 million. We do not go through this entire presentation. We provide all documentation and presentation material in multiple languages. We are officially translating all of the videos as well as the presentation material into multiple languages. We've already done English, Hindi, and French. And we're going to be starting, our next is Italian, Russian, and German. All right. But we're going to be expanding further onto this. And then, okay, so by phase 19, we will have fed over 250,000 families. We would have sponsored over 15,000 school scholarships. We have built a hospital. We have set up multiple divisions in the eco world villages, and we've got enough capital to set up 250 wash plants. So we will not have, by July 2027, we will not have 250 wash plants up and running. Okay, so don't expect to get a $4,000 dividend by 27, by the time that the shares are sold, because the shares could be sold tomorrow. We could get an investor that comes in and buys all the shares. That is a possibility. If an investor of that magnitude does come in, like we currently in conversation with an investor in Dubai for $3 million, they would go according to the phases. They're not just going to come in and buy $3 million phase and just say that they want it at $5. We will not tolerate it. Okay. We're also not accepting any instruments as well. The capital is required. Okay. But what this means is that by phase 19, right, whether it happens now or it happens by the latest July 2027, when all 20 phases will be completed, because every 6 it switches over to the next phase of each month. All right, we will have enough capital to set up 257 wash plants. Now, you've seen here Sun. You've seen that Sun is also getting a large portion. Sun is responsible for all eco worlds. It's responsible for all of the commissions and marketing costs and so forth. So once the shares has been sold, then its token, which is TTT, will be listed on 15 plus exchanges, and there will be over $15 million of liquidity. Now, why that is important and why we have done that is, or planning to do this, is because Sun has got a community of 149,000 people, right? Some of them are starting to join slowly. Okay, Mr. Bishwa is one of the members in Sun, and we are going to be releasing slowly but surely more and more people will join from Sun into AUREUS. Okay, which means that for all the affiliates, you have got Donovan has asked me to put the brakes on till the phase 3. Okay, and then we will start expanding it out. The reason being is because we only require the pre-sale and phase 1 to be completed to start up mining operations, and then it's going to be opened up for all networks. Okay. Do I have any questions? If you got a question, please write it or raise your hand. I will allow everybody to speak now as well. If there's no questions, yes, Johnson.
Good evening to you and to every leader on the call. Thank you for once again walking us through our system. My question is on the our share certificate as non-fungible token. Is it a stand-alone entity separate from the shares itself that attracts?
No.
Okay, so I want explanation on that.
Okay, so this is in the future. This will happen before April. So we are going to be creating multiple smart contracts. There will be 2 smart contracts. The first contract will be the NFT contract that each and every single member will get, that is connected to their wallet. Okay. That's the first one. That is where the dividends is going to be paid out. when the 1.4 million shares are sold, so that it gives us about 2 years to create 1.4 million African artworks. And we're not going to create this with AI alone. We're actually going to get artists all over the world to create African art. They will have portfolios. They will have to set up the portfolios and say, you know, this is the artwork. And once they give up that artwork, they will get royalties, but they don't have the rights to that artwork anymore. So they won't be able to sell it in private. But so this is going to be real artwork that will be digitized, and that artwork is then attached to the actual NFT certificate, to the shareholder certificate. Now, for you to get that, so for you to sell your share, that will only happen once the 1.4 million shares are sold. Then you can sell your share for $1,000 plus, and then that artwork will be connected to it. Your original NFT that we are going to be providing, which is the financial, the one that where the NFT is, where the dividends is paid to, that NFT will then be burned to create that artwork, so it replaces that one. Your share certificate that you are getting, which you can print out and keep in your home and so forth, that is valid, right, up until you transfer the share. Okay, so if you sell the share, the NFT, if you sell it to anybody, then the one that you have, the digital one, will not be valid anymore. Okay, so also every single share certificate will have a serial number on it. That serial number will be connected to the NFT. Does that answer your question, Johnson?
Yes, thank you very much.
Perfect. Okay, Sergey, you got a question I need to understand. What happens to the tenths and hundreds of shares after the pre-sale ends? We will no longer receive shares through the referral system. Do these tenths and hundreds disappear? Okay, I think I understand what he means. So these 15% shares, I believe that's what he's talking about. Those shares are coming to every single, currently they are collecting that. That is bonus shares, okay? That is what the company has provided. So no, those shares will not be transferred over to the following phases, if that is what you mean. Is that correct, Sergey? I might have to answer him in private on this because he is Russian. And he doesn't speak English, so he's translating whatever I'm saying. But that is a very, very good question. So for an example, if only 50%, so that's 75,000, that's 75,000 shares, okay, $75,000 worth of shares, that will go back to, actually, I'll have to ask Donovan about that. Sergey, you've actually asked the question now that I'm gonna have to think about. And Donovan the CEO will have to make the final decision. That's the same is another thing. It was not my decision to, if the shares are not sold, then that it goes to the next phase. That is the CEO and the board of directors' decision. So all decisions is made by Donovan James and the board of directors, of which myself.
The way I interpret it is, when we get bonus shares, they are calculated very precisely on 0.15 times the shares that we've bought. So we've been getting bonus shares like 10.3 bonus shares and 7.5 bonus shares. So when you look at your total share value, you could have something 0.5, 0.7 shares. When we go to the next phase and we don't get shares allocated in that manner, there will be a whole raft of us, in fact, probably most of us, will have something 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 shares in our totals. That won't be available later. So
Oh,
those
you're
10,
talking
700,
about,
yeah.
okay. You're
they'll
talking
be,
about the points.
yeah. But we
Okay.
only get bonused on complete shares, so we'll not notice any difference if they get recovered. The 0.1s, 2s, 3s, whatever gets recovered back to the company.
Yeah. Okay. So basically what will happen there, all right? But this can only be calculated on every single end of phase,
Yep.
right? So what Neil is talking about here is like at this moment you're getting bonus shares and you're getting that commission in bonuses. Now that is like 0.75 or something. We'll be able to convert that once the sale is finished over to USDT. So we can transfer it over to the shares because you still earn that commission, if I can put it like that. Okay, so you still got that 75 cents or 25 cents or whatever. That's still your commissions. That or the 0.2 shares. All right, so that will be converted over to USDT and added to your commissions. We got a request whether or not we can do a top up. We don't have that facility, and to do that would be a complete nightmare. We would have to stop the sale of the $5 tonight to be able to accommodate that. So no, we're not going to do that. Right, does that answer the question as well, or understanding, Neil?
I think so, but Sergey needs to confirm.
All right, but yeah, so I'll speak to Sergey in private. We'll have a lengthy discussion on it and we'll provide more information. Okay, is there any other? Oh yes, sorry, Mackenzie.
Hello, JP. How are you?
I can't
Hello.
complain and stop, Mackenzie. Yes, you're
How are
audible.
you? Yes. I have a question here. I have a guy that I know. It's not really my friend. So this guy, he used to mine back, I think about 3 or 4 years back in Zimbabwe, but he was doing it on a smaller scale. So everything was going well. He will be mining the gold and selling the gold to Fidelity, and they'll pay him using the USD. So he's saying the one thing that made him to lose interest in mining in Zimbabwe is that the Fidelity later on introduced some sort of a policy whereby they're saying they are no longer going to pay 100% on the USD. There is a certain percentage that they're going to pay USD,
Yes.
and another percentage they pay in. Were you guys well aware of
Yes,
of it?
yes, of course. Yes, of
Okay.
course. So, so 70% is paid in USD, okay? It's our responsibility to convert that 70% into USDT, but the 30% is paid in ZiG. And we are using that ZiG to pay for the expenses in Zimbabwe. Look, we can't guarantee this, but what I want to say is that we can't guarantee that our operations is going to boost the ZiG. Okay, there's no ways that we can guarantee it or even presume it. All right, but we do know that one of the major reasons why the ZiG will get better, if I can put it like that, is because of the amount of gold that actually will go to the Reserve Bank. Okay. And unfortunately in Zim there is a lot of miners that are not doing it the right way. Okay, they are selling it in on the black market, exporting it out of the country illegally, all kinds of nonsense and naughty things. Okay. Once again, this is the reason why the government is with us. So the government will support AUREUS. They will support our venture because we're doing it the right way. Because if we can provide them the gold, you know, the country can actually grow. Okay. Because they don't have control over the illegal miners. There is so many. I mean, you can literally in what's the place called? It's a funny name, but any case, we were there on a wedding while I was there, where this guy was talking about where in the village there is this massive house. So you've got small houses everywhere, but you've got this mansion that's all of a sudden here, and that is just because that guy's a miner. So he literally just dug in his backyard. He was just lucky, and he found like a massive nugget, and he just went and he sold it on the black market and built himself a house. What is the government going to do? They can't do anything. You know, it's out of their. They don't have time and the patience to even try and do anything about it. They got their own worries and things to do. But one of the reasons why we are going, even myself and my family, we're planning to immigrate there. It's a lot safer. There's a lot more opportunity there. There's very little crime, like very, very, very little crime. I mean, I was traveling all over Zimbabwe, and it's safe in my opinion. You know, I was there for 8 months, and I went from the morning to the evening, driving, spoke to people, never had any problems, not once. I've had more problems in Mozambique than in Zim. In Mozambique, like people threatened us, but not in Zim. Does that answer your question, Mackenzie?
Yeah, because one of the reasons that that guy lost interest, it was because he ended up not making any profit because of that currency. So I just wanted to ask you guys if then you were well aware of
Yeah, we're well aware of it.
the
Remember,
kind of,
there's a
yeah.
there's a 45% deduction. Okay, that is
Okay.
for expenses, and that's exactly what you're talking about there.
Oh,
Remember, we're coming into another country, okay,
yeah.
and we are taking the resources out of the ground. So the resources is very safe in the ground. Once it gets mined out, then it's mined out. You can never put it back.
Yes.
So I mean, if we take out, let's say for argument's sake, it's alluvial layers, so that you can go up to 40 meters deep in alluvial, and then we're going to get rock. We will drill holes, and we'll see if there is a vein. There is apparently a vein in the area, which is one of the reasons why our mine site area is a secret affair. Okay, so
Yeah.
we will not share any documentation until we have secured the entire 250 hectares of land. What I mean is, like, set up the mine, fenced it off, got our security companies up and running there, complete mine operation. Then only can we invite people to come to the mine, and we will we'll have open days where any shareholder will be able to come to the mine, see this with their own eyes, see that it's real, see the operations, you know, see that it's real. That's the main thing. But yeah, so because I'm seeing lots of things about legal documentation here as well. Legal documentation that we're sharing is of AUREUS Alliance Holdings and even Sun. That is your CIPC certificates, so company registration documents, SARS tax certificates, F&B account certificates. But when it comes to our partners and the actual licenses for the mines, or for the land, we are not sharing that because it's actually got the location of the land there. All right,
Okay.
so that will be shared in once mining operation starts. We got a question here about assurance. What assurance can the company provide to its shareholders to build trust and confidence in the company's vision, strategy, and financial performance. Yeah, we provided all legal documents, and then also it's now a bit on trust. Okay, so at this moment it's on trust. We've shown, you know, this is a real company. We've shown photos of where we are, what situation we are at. Myself, I'm the CTO, so I'm the Chief Technical Officer of AUREUS. Neil Andrews, he is the CIO, the Chief Information Officer. So and then Donovan James, he is the CEO. So we're all open, public, you know, there's no shadows or anything like that. Introducing the business, and we're going to be actively involved. Like, for an example, Sun will be creating all of the NFTs, doing all of the sales, everything that once that is in operational aspects. So we've got our headquarters set up in KZN, Umhlanga, Durban. Then I will also be traveling to Zimbabwe so we can start the actual eco villages. It's a process to do that. I've already got my tilapia farmer that has been breeding tilapias for the last year. So they've got 3 dams set up now, which is enough for a massive starter. And then we also going to be doing rabbits, and then of course hydroponics, you know, fruits and vegetables and so forth. Right, Johnson.
Yes, thank you. Commissions at my back office. If it's not up to $5 and I want to add to buy a share, how do I do that?
Sorry, commissions, that is not up to $5.
Yes.
The top up question.
A top-up question.
So we can't top up the back office to buy 1 share, 2 shares.
That's right.
We're just slightly short. GP seems to have frozen. Yeah, we don't have the ability.
No, I'm calculating. Sorry, I'm calculating in my brain. So basically, let's say for argument's sake, you've got $1 commission.
Let's say 4.5. Just 50 cents top up too.
Look, I would not have an issue with doing that. To do a top up like that, it's gonna be your transactional fee, not mine.
Okay.
In USDT. Okay. Because you let's say for an example, you're sending 50 cents from any exchange.
Yes.
You're talking about $1 transaction fee.
Okay.
Okay, so then I would personally, my opinion would be this, that you'd rather buy 2 shares, okay, that your transaction fee is actually worth it, and then use the commissions. I could implement it. Let me run it through Sani, through our AI, and see top up. Okay, so if we do this, the top up will be from the system itself. It will be from the purchase page. So it will say, right, you have got X amounts available in commission. Do you want to use that? Yeah. Okay. So top up from purchase page. Yeah, I think that is doable, eh? I think that is actually doable from purchase page. It's just in the last 48 hours. Seriously, Johnson, couldn't you have asked this like a week ago or 2? Okay, but let's see. I can't promise anything, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Okay. Oluwadere. We will show mining operations. Okay. All right. Let's go over to back office. iPhone, I don't know who you are. You've unmuted yourself. You got a question, you're more than welcome to ask it. Okay.
Hello,
Not-
JP.
Yes, Nashi.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Thank you. I think it will be very important that when we come on call, we use our names. Because, for instance, you just called an iPhone and there's no one talking. And we
Yeah.
want to be careful
Yeah, I
on
know.
our platform. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, 100%. All right, so this is my dashboard. Okay. And you see here that I've got 306 shares. My dividends is $4,674. But please read here, and yes, I will make this bigger. Okay, I will make this more prominent and bigger. I do apologize for that. But it says here based on 924 kilograms. Okay. I've been asked this question, why that amount is there. Okay. Very simple. On our geotechnical reports, okay, that was supplied by William Moyes from Viaduct, okay, our partners. The tests that was done on the 250 hectares has stipulated that there's a minimum of 2,160 kilograms of gold for the first 80 centimeters deep. Okay, so I've already said that we can go like 40 meters, but that 40 meters is that's the alluvial like level, if we can put it like that. It's not to say that we're gonna go 40 meters. Okay, it depends on how what alluvial level we are at. Okay, but the reason why I'm stipulating this is it means that over this 250 hectares, okay, we have got a minimum of 2,000 kilograms of gold. Okay, so the plans is to, when we're starting, we're gonna have 2 wash plants up and running. Those 2 wash plants is not back actors. Then it's not. Now I need to do research on these machines. Okay, it's not bulldozers and whatnot. It's just a stationary machine. Okay, so there they are. These are the stationary machines, and if you look at this video, you'll see what is the dump trucks doing. They are bringing tailings, which is the sand and sediments and rocks, small rocks, big rocks, everything that's going to go through the crusher and all of that. Okay, but they're bringing it to the actual plant, and these things, they are the plants. Yes, our plant does look different. Our plant, actually, I got a photo on our official channel. I will be sharing this. Okay, this is a small 10 ton per hour. Okay, this is 10 tons per hour. So we'll have even plants like this set up that will also be able to collect. This is one of the type of plants that we use for testing. Okay, that's a bigger one. Not sure what size that is. This is all from Yagdin Engineering, but this is the one that we're gonna have on our side. Okay, this is the same one that is on our videos as well. Sorry. Okay. So basically what I'm saying is that these trucks will bring the tailings to the plants, and the plants will be working through it. Now, these plants are 200 tons per hour plants. So they need a lot of tailings to go through it. Okay. So we'll be collecting all of the tailings throughout the 250 hectares and bringing it to the plants, and they're going to be running on full steam. Okay. One of the reasons why we're using Yagdin Engineering, if we have breakdowns, and we will have breakdowns, that is a given. It's machines we're talking about here. But any breakdowns, they come and fix it. If the plant doesn't, it can't be fixed instantly, then they bring another plant for us, so we don't have downtime for too long. Okay. But all of this is in consideration. So we would say we're looking at about 924 kilograms as our highest amount that we can accumulate in the first 3 months. Okay. So that's how we got to this figure, because we're getting all of that. Does that mean it's going to be 924 kilograms every single quarter? No. That's just an example. Okay. So to give you an idea, this 924 kilograms can also be the amount that you can think about that's going to be throughout the entire year. It's based on what comes out of the ground. And that's the main difference. Okay. 100 kilograms is easy per month. That's what I basically got to say. Yeah. The legal documentation that everybody is asking about, when you join, when you register, you will come to this page. Okay, that's the first requirements. And in this page, you're going to be going through these terms and conditions. And here is the official company documents. There's the CIPC certificate, SARS tax certificate, and the FNB bank proof documents. Okay. We will be providing the prospectus at a later stage. Okay, the reason why later stage is because, once again, it has got the information on where this mine site is, and it can be dangerous in the wrong person's hands. We unfortunately do not have control of anybody joining in these Zoom meetings. We don't know who is looking. We don't, and this is also on recordings as well that goes on YouTube. Okay, so we cannot divulge where the actual mine site is. We will not divulge where it is. That will be a secret of the company. And this is a request of Viadat. This is a request of our partners, not from our CEO. This is from the partners, because they know what is the possibility. So what documents we can provide, that is here of AUREUS. Okay, now this is a projection. Okay, this is the dividend page which projects things. Once we actually start production, this will be filled with real data. Okay, so as we are mining gold, it will actually increase, and it will show, you know what, on this day we got X amounts, we got 10 grams of gold, we got 15 grams of copper, we got 100 grams of platinum. Okay, and they will have their values and everything that will be set up. And this will come in the coming months. My goal at this moment is to stop doing any development on the site. So I want to finish the development on the site, any changes, because it is affecting the people, right? Little disclaimer and a little ask for patience, if I can put it like that. If you log into your accounts, right, and the one moment you're seeing, hey, I got 306 shares, and the next moment you got 0. Your shares are not gone. Okay. What has happened is that I have done an update. And during this update, there is a 30-second delay. A 30-second delay. Okay. So in that time, okay, if you have logged into your account, then it will show you a different figure. Okay. Can you lose data? No. It's as simple as that. No, you cannot lose any data. Okay. Everything is secured. We have got backup systems that are, they call it point in time. Point in time. Okay. Which means that we can, at any given moment, we can stop the system and we can do a backup at literally a minute before we stopped it. Okay. That is if there's any form of issue in the future. I'm not talking about hacking, if there's a network issue or something like that. Okay. So we have got permanent backups running. So for your security. So if anybody wanted to ask that, we're looking after that. Is Sun's responsibility. We're looking after every single person. When it comes to the NFTs, why do we choose the NFTs? Very important, because the NFTs gives you the power. It is your shares. It is your dividends. So whoever the NFT holder is, they are getting their dividends in that NFT wallet, the wallet that's connected to the NFT. Okay, which means that Aureus does not have control of it. As soon as we pay out the profits, it goes into the smart contract. It's distributed instantly to every single entity, and we don't have any control of it. It's your responsibility to make sure that you have your mnemonic phrase for your wallets, that is safe and secure. Okay. Also, the card gets loaded. So Neil can explain that. I think that would be best. What we are saying here is don't go and put all of your dividends on the card on one go. You leave it in your wallet, and let's say for argument's sake you want to spend $2,000 or $10,000, whatever, then you can transfer to the card. And he's got the card. This is now from the main company. We're still waiting for ours, but he'll explain basically how this card works, and give me 2 minutes of breathing.
Go and get a big coffee. Yes. Okay. So the card, yeah, the card itself is a Visa card that only deals in fiat currency, so US dollar, euro, sterling, rand, whatever. But to access the card, it is fronted by the company that we're dealing with, that are partnering with us to provide this, and they are an exchange. So you can set up a wallet in whichever cryptocurrency you wish to load it via. Because remember, when we get the dividends, they will be paid automatically to us in USDT in a wallet of your choice. So it's under your control. You can do what you like with it. To connect to the card, you may wish to just keep your monies in USDT, or you may wish to gamble a little and save it in Bitcoin. But whichever you choose, you have the ability to use this to feed the card. So there is a wallet associated with your account at the back of the card. You can put whichever monies, whichever currency, cryptocurrency you want in the back of the card. Before you go to spend, you need to preload the card. So it is a prepaid debit card, but so it doesn't happen automatically. It doesn't take money out of control, out of your dividend wallet, put it that way, or it doesn't take it immediately and automatically out of your card wallet. It waits for you to preload the card with the amount that you wish to pay. You may choose to keep thousands in the payment wallet so the card can draw on it as and when you like, or you may be slightly more cautious and it only takes a couple of minutes to load the card. You could even do it while standing in the queue waiting to pay at the cash register if you're that paranoid about keeping things on the card. You can load it straight from our wallet, so our is in the public wallet, your private wallet, so not public. You don't need an exchange wallet with Vault27, who are the company providing it. It may be that you want to use an exchange. Vault27 themselves are based in the Caribbean. You do KYC to get an account with them directly, but that account, although you've KYC'd, is in a jurisdiction that has no reporting requirements with anyone, so it still remains anonymous. So keep it simple is my advice, and I would just load or receive your dividends in your own private wallet, push that across to a single crypto wallet behind the card, and then for a level of security, only preload your card as and when necessary, or keep a sensible amount on the card. Don't go and lob thousands of dollars there, or thousands of dollars USDT worth on there, and then have a problem. So, but that's just being cautious. Back to you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Wow. Daniel is on a roll. He he asked me a question. He said, so I can only buy 50,000 shares. I love it. Okay, So to answer that question, no, you can buy more than 50,000 shares. You can buy as many as you want, but you can only buy 50,000 at a time. So you can buy 50,000 shares, and then once you bought the 50,000 shares, it's been confirmed on the blockchain. Everything is 100%. You received it. We confirmed it. Then you can go and buy 50,000 shares again. So technically speaking, you'll be able to do that every hour. Okay. Then another question he's asking, I don't know, is he here?
Haven't seen him.
No, he's not here. He's at work. He said to me he's at work. Okay. He said to me that I should ask these questions as well. Okay, relationship between Aureus and Sun. The relationship is that I'm the CTO, so I'm the Chief Technical Officer, and we've got in partnership with Aureus. So Aureus owns 15% of Sun. Okay. And TTT is Sun's cryptocurrency that is listed on CoinStall. It was listed in 2022. And yeah, that's how that connection is. So for anybody that is asking, that is for the Sun at the moment. How exactly do the NFT share certificates link to the official share register, and which record is legally binding in case of a dispute? That's the same question that Johnson basically asked, which is basically both. Both is legal until you sell. So if you're going to be trading it on the market, then that is not your certificate anymore. It's not your share anymore. And then the only one that is legal would be the one, the NFT. Okay, so how do you address the securities and AML requirements? Okay, so you are not buying a investment in Aureus. You are not doing an investment. We are not offering any percentage, any guarantees on a certain amount of percent per year, profits or anything like that. It's based on the profits of the company. You are buying shares in the company, and then the profits is divided between every single share. So, and then it depends on how many shares you purchased. This question is not in there. It's about the voting rights that I got from another person. Yes, every single share will be a vote. Okay, so in the future, when we want to do something big like buy a diamond mine or whatever, there will be cast a vote between all shareholders. Okay, yeah, it's basically the same question as earlier, is what type of guarantees? Guarantees at the moment is based on trust. We want to get our plants up and running, and that will give us the basically the evidence showing that, you know, this is a real project, people are getting in their dividends and so forth. The buyback is happening once the 1.4 million shares are sold. But like I said, you've seen here tonight with calculation on 100 kilograms of gold, 100 kilograms, right? Only 100 kilograms that we have to do in 3 months. Everybody that has bought in the $5 have gotten their money back, which means that if we do double that by the next quarter, then you got everybody that bought in at the $10 have gotten their money back, and everybody in the $5 have made more profit. So if it takes us a bit longer, the only reason would be is because of the shares not selling, and we got delays on machines and that type of thing. Anything can happen. There is going to be there is potential risks. So we're not saying that there's zero risks. Okay, there could be, like for an example, there was a question about the water. What if we have a drought? We would have to get water and transport it to the mine site to be able to continue, you know, or we'd have to get other machines to be able to process the material. There's actually another machine that I looked into. I haven't done that much research on it, but it's where it doesn't use water at all. That's something called a dry wash plant. Yeah. So we will go into whatever technology we need to process the gold. Insurance. I wish Donovan was here. He's not here yet. I think he's stuck in some meeting tonight with the investors in Dubai. But he is busy with a company that is going to insure, well, is looking at insuring every single share. All right, so which means every single shareholder will be covered. All right.
Hello, JP.
Okay. Yes,
Hello.
Mr. Vasu. I thought you're sleeping. Yeah. Good.
It's late night here.
I know, very late.
Yeah, so one of my leader asking with me, there is one question that if suppose just for example, if today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, the all the shares that 1.4 million shares sold out. So it means those who buy today, for example, minimum $5 share. So it means day after tomorrow they can sell it at in $1,000, the last price of this share. If we sold out all the shares, 1.4 million.
Yeah.
So the
So
price
what you're basically saying is if we get a
the
investor that comes on board,
price will be increased. The price will be increased according
If-
to that. If we share
according
all,
to the phases. Yeah.
if we sell all the shares that mentioned in the website, 1.4 million shares, then after that, what is the per share price? Each share price.
Minimum $1,000.
Minimum $1,000. So it
Yeah.
means those who buy today with $5, they can sell their shares at $1,000. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct. But they can't sell it until the 1.4 million shares are sold.
Yes, until 1.4. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So they basically buying $1,000 share at $5, which means that they're saving $995, and they can sell their shares once the 1.4 million shares are sold. If we let's say I know what the question kind of was referring to. I know you got big investors. If somebody comes in and they want to buy all the phases, I don't know what Donovan would do, because the whole point is we want to provide everybody in the world the opportunity to come on board. So like even myself, if you look what I've done inside of the plan, is I said, you know what, Sun also wants to buy shares, but in place of us buying a huge amount of shares back in the beginning, we will do it gradually throughout the 20 phases. So gradually, every single phase we are buying some shares. Sun itself, my company, is buying shares in AUREUS. So by the end of the 20th phase, Sun will own 100,000 shares in AUREUS. So I think if any investor comes in and they want to put in $200 million, it would be a gradual thing, and I don't think it would be the total amount. I really can't actually answer a question like that. That will be up to the CEO.
Yeah, I am just asking that if any investor, big investor, come on board in Aureus and they can buy all the shares that we can mentioned in the website, like 1.4 million shares.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah,
if
but
the big
they
invest
won't be but they won't be able to buy it instantly though. So they can't come and they
Okay.
will have to go through the phases. And at $50,000 dollars per purchase, that's how it will work, because number one, it's the amount of shares that's going to be inside of the certificate, okay? And then also that certificate, when it goes to an NFT, that becomes the collection, and you got the shares inside of the collection. Okay, I swear I just saw somebody raise their hand. Okay. Oh, Lebo.
Yes, how are you?
Welcome. I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I've been trying to raise my hand, but I see it was a short hand.
I saw the hand went up, and then it like
Yeah, no, man, I'm interested, JP, to understand up to what phase will the shares be common shares? Because, you know, we all want part ownership of the company. So to do that is through common shares. Up to what phase the shares will be common shares, and from what phase will they be preferred shares? That is question number one. Let me ask question number two then.
Okay.
Question number two, yes, it's quite interesting that you have established relations with the government in Zimbabwe. But I just wanted to check with you, what measures have you taken to ensure that the government is ready to undertake projects of this magnitude? Because I understand you will be extracting ore, but then after extracting ore, they will be buying ore from you. So that will suggest that maybe they have a plan for beneficiation. I don't know if I'm correct or not, but that's the idea that I got, that they will be buying ore from you for beneficiation purposes. How ready is the government? You know, governments are not efficient as private companies.
Yeah,
And
so
if their inefficiency, is it going to affect the smooth running of the company of Aureus? Because if they are inefficient and they are somewhat like our buyers, then in the end, their inefficiency might just bottleneck the processes. Yeah, if I may just put it like that. Thank you.
okay, so when it comes to if you take for an example Shamba Gold Mine is doing on an average 400 kilograms a month, which they are then selling to Fidelity, okay, and they have got no issues. So Zim itself, they've got the means to do it. What they want to stop is the illegal trade. You know, they want to export their own gold. They want to sell their own gold internationally. But it's just I would say the illegal miners that are selling it outside of the country, that they want to stop. So I would say that they are, I'd have to get you the exact answer, how prepared they are. We're not talking about billions, okay, but there's mines there that do billions, and they don't have an issue. So we're going to be a small operation comparing to them. We're going to be expanding, and as we're expanding, we will become a big operation. But that's throughout Africa. Okay, so at this present moment, the only 2 mine sites that we're going to be doing in Zim is the one that is in Kadoma, which is on the books, and then the one that is in Motari. The other one is a potential which is another form of mineral. And then after that, we're going to do Zambia, and we're gonna do South Africa. We're gonna do Limpopo, especially, and then we're gonna move up to other areas. We've been asked actually for Cameroon. So I spoke to Donovan about that. He said that we could definitely look at it. Wherever we can actually get a JV partnership is a lot better, because the land that we are looking for is land that has not been produced. And also to give you another answer is, if the government cannot keep up with the sales, then we have got people especially in overseas, that can buy the gold from us, but we'll have to get a gold trading license first, and then we could do that. So we'll take it step by step, but like I said, for us, the first year or two, that's not a worry. Now, secondly, when it comes to legal and terminology, I'm not the person to ask this. But let me just quickly check on this. Okay, so common shares, voting rights, dividends, capital growth. Okay. Lebo, I will get your answer for you. I take it you're in the group. It's just that we are having a Zoom meeting this afternoon, right?
Yes, yes,
Myself and you. Okay, so I'm speaking to the same level. Okay, just checking.
Yes, definitely, yes.
100%. Okay, so look, let me speak to Donovan about that question, and we'll put it out next time. I'm the wrong person. This needs to go to the CFO to answer that, or to Donovan to answer this actually. Let me see if he's available, because he should be here. Or he's, look, there's a high possibility that yeah, I'm asking if he can join for 5 minutes so he can answer this. Because it's a very important question, and I don't want to answer it wrong. All right, in the meantime, while we wait, okay, we got it's either a Jesus or a Jesus.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening. How do we pronounce your name?
Okay, I just joined. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right, so where are you from, Jesus?
I'm from Nigeria.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Jesus, what is your question?
My question is, if I buy this 1,000 units for $5. How do I get my dividend if you appreciate and I decided not to sell? How do I get my dividend? Or are they not paying dividend?
So the dividends are paid out yearly, well, on a quarterly basis, and they paid out. So basically, the mining is calculated January, February, and March, and then April would be the first dividend, and then April, May, June calculated. July would be the next dividend, and then July, August, September is calculated, and then October is the third dividend. In October, November, December, January is then the next dividend for 2027, and we'll carry on like that until we reach about 30 tons of gold. Then it will go over to biannually, and when we're at 100 tons, we'll definitely be at annually. But dividends is paid to your NFT wallet that everybody will have their wallets by I would say by January. Everybody will have their wallets.
Okay.
Okay, and if you sorry,
if I want to buy if I want to buy like more units, buy more than is it allowed?
sorry, we can't hear. You're breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit better.
I say if, for example, I want to buy like more units. Like for example, I want to buy $20 for that is 4,000 units. Is it allowed?
You can buy $50,000 at a time. All right. Once the $50,000 is cleared, it's in the account, verified by the CFO. You'll get an email. The shares will be in your account. Your certificate will be created for you. Your KYC is completed, and then you can purchase another 50,000, and you can carry on like doing that. The reason why we kept it at 50,000 is because we don't want the actual collection to become too big, the certificate itself. So yeah, that's so $50,000 is the maximum on the certificate, but also that will increase on the next phase. So so what the 10 so the phase one will be $100,000 will be the max per transaction, because we don't want to have more than 10,000 units inside of a certificate. Do you understand, Jesus?
Maybe I will get back to the person that invite me to get the list of the
Sorry, Jesus, we can't hear you. Okay. So Jesus, if you look in your chat, I'm sending you my WhatsApp number.
JP, Jesus is in our group, and I invited him because he wants to understand that how much unit we can purchase at a time. So I sent him the Zoom link that join the Zoom meeting and you can clear it, because many
Yeah,
of the
so like
Nigerians, many of the Nigerians have questions that how maximum shares we can buy at a time. So can you clear it out right now? Because
yeah.
many of them is still asking with me. Yeah.
Yes, so the maximum amount of shares you can purchase at a time, all right, so you can buy $50,000, which is 10,000 shares, okay? Then it will go through the production. It will take maybe an hour to confirm it, and then you can buy 50,000 again, and it just carries on. Like literally, you can buy every hour. You can buy 50,000 shares, and then $50,000 worth of shares, so 10,000 shares. And then once we go over to the $10 phase, then you'd be able to buy $100,000. I will speak to Donovan if we can increase this, and I'll let you know, Vishwa, if we can increase the limit.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yep.
Actu-
All right.
No,
Okay,
thank you very
especially because we only got 48 hours, so maybe we should increase the limit.
Yeah, that's why people people are
No, don't increase the limit. Don't increase the limit. We all want in.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, but we need to sell out. We need to try and sell out the pre-sale, because if we can sell out the pre-sale, we can start the mining operation. So it's also important. We need to look at the company. So I'm gonna speak to Donovan. Like I've got Daniel that said to me, please, he wants me to speak to Donovan about paying a deposit and booking 50,000 shares at a one go. So he wants to buy 250,000 shares. So I'll speak to Donovan. I don't know what he'll say, but we'll look. But the system has been set for the second for the fifth. All right. I hope that answers the question, Vishwa.
Yeah, there is one more person. Wait a minute, I just find
Yes, I
out.
can see. Dorajaya, yes.
Yeah, good evening. Speaking from Nigeria.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you. I actually stumbled on this particular project in the afternoon, and I've been trying to go through the video, but tonight I think I can listen to you live, right? I just want to find out, with $5 investment for one share, how much can be a turnover, and then how quickly can we earn? I want to know this one because by the time you are putting in $20, $30, I want to know how much this can generate back to me within a time. Or do we have to be waiting for a year dividend only? Yeah, that's the question.
Okay. So the first dividend payout is in April 2026. There is no dividend payout before that. The reason being is because mining operations has not started. Mining operations starts in January. So right now we are selling the shares in the company. The first pre-sale, main sale phase 1. Then we'll have enough capital, start up mining operations. Everybody will see this is real. This is a big project. And then we're expecting that the sales will be finished by July, to be honest. So the first dividend payout is April 2026. On 100 kilograms per month, you're looking at a dividend payout of $15. All right, that's the first dividend payout. If we just do 100 kilograms a month, you're looking at a total yearly dividend of $60 for the first year. All right, but by the end of the year 2026, we'll have between 10 and 20, possibly 30 plants up and running. Okay, so that will generate roughly about $500 in dividends by 2027, the end of 2027, where we were sitting about 60, maybe 80 plants already. And this is going to be spread out between Dodoma and also down in Mutare or whatever other area we're going to be acquiring. So dividends every year, like I've got like a graph. I need to put this into the presentation. So estimated, like I said, 100 kilograms is $60 on 100 shares. You're looking at $6,000 for 2026. 100 shares at $500, you're looking at $50,000. $28,000 is $100,000. 2029, $1,500 per dividend. For the year, it's $150,000. 2030, $2,000 per dividend. That's $200,000 on the 100 shares. And by 2035, we're looking at about $5,000 And this is based, once again, on the amount of plants, the amount of kilograms gold and other minerals that we're going to be taking out of the ground. So everything is statistical based and actual mineral based. Does that answer your question?
Okay, sir. Can you hear me? Hello,
Sorry.
sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, it's community like bringing my people Nigeria
Jesus,
before
your
I
voice
was
is
back
clear.
now.
Jesus,
Yeah,
your
we
voice is
cannot.
not clear.
Jesus, can you please type your question in the chat box? Then I can answer it. Your voice is breaking up. We cannot hear anything. And it's important that we answer every single question. And then for everybody else that's still online, no question is a silly question. Please, if you got a question, you're more than welcome. This is the place to ask it. Yes, Vishwa. Um, okay, if you create a team, is there any reward? So the competition, I think this is what he's referring to, is based on your first line. Okay, so if you're going to be introducing, let's say, 100 or 1,000 people, and they introduce 1,000 people, that's not going to benefit you in the competition, right? It's just your directs, your first line that benefits you on the competition. And the same thing with the affiliates, affiliate commission. Okay, so if you get somebody that puts in, for an example, $100,000, then you would earn $15,000 in commission in USDT. So, but there's no team level bonus or anything like that. This is not a multi-level structure. This is affiliate structure. Okay, so the question is, if I buy a share of $50, like how much will likely be my returns in the first payout in 2026? Okay, so 50 divided by 5 gives us 10, so you got 10 shares. The first dividend payout estimated to be $15, which means $150. So it's basically 3 times of the amount that you are putting in by the first dividend payout. The times 3. The major difference here is that you're paying it once, you buy the share once, you hold on to the share for the rest of your life, you're getting dividends, you give it over to your family, to your kids, they're earning dividends. When you pass, it's generational. Okay, on the $5, okay, so you get 15%. So on a $5, you get 0.75. So you get 0.75 cents for every single person that you introduce that purchase. Every single $5 share that you sell, you get 75 cents commission. Yes, 15% in every single referral. 15% in every referral. And if those referrals, let's say for argument's sake, you get, because a lot of people will buy in the pre-sale, then later on they will buy in one of the main sales and so forth. Every single time, any person that you have introduced, they go and buy, you will be earning 15% on the amount that they're purchasing. Regardless of what phase it is, it will always be 15% commission. Right. Is there any other questions? Yes, that is all. The only way that you can earn from affiliate commissions, where the money is, where you're actually going to be earning for the rest of your life, is on the dividend payouts. Okay, and that is literally going to be forever, and it's going to be increasing as well. So it's like, for an example, where you take 100,000 rand, or let's say $10,000, you take a $10,000 and you put it in a bank, and you're getting 9% per year on that. You know, that is you got your money, but you're getting a little bit of a percentage. The banks take the money and they go and do buy hotels and whatnot with it. But yeah, you're buying the shares, you hold on to the shares, you're part of the company. Take for an example, Elon Musk has made this very public. He bought shares in Tesla, and when he became the CEO of Tesla, they offered him a salary. He refused the salary and said that he wants to be paid in shares. So he keeps on getting shares, and he bought the shares, and he got the shares in the beginning at $6. All right, today those shares are worth $450 a share. So that is why he's the richest man on the planet, because of the shares that he owns. I will need the chart of $5, how to be getting, etc. Okay, 100%. We also provide all of the documentation on the website. But we will create this chart as well to explain it in more detail, kind of what you can expect. And then also you're welcome. I have provided my contact number, so you're welcome to contact me. And also anybody else that is also that wants to contact me, ask any questions. I'm putting it into the chat. Okay. I do not take any commissions. So any referrals or anything like that, I pass that on to the sponsor or the leader. I make sure that the people sign up underneath them. I help with registrations. I help with everything. So whatever the help is required, I will be there. All right, excellent. Any last question? If there's no further questions, then we're going to be ending the Zoom meeting because it's 10:30 p.m. So any last question? Otherwise, we're going to end. Right. I'm not seeing a hand up. I'm not seeing any typing. So thank you everybody for joining. Paula, wait, Paula, didn't you ask a question? Yeah, the 5th. Yeah, I remember now. Okay. Perfect. God bless everybody. Have an amazing night. And hope to see you as a shareholder very, very soon.
Thank you, JP.
Bye, Kim. Thank you. Bye.